My name is Audrey Mwala. I am a founder of a company called Sycamore Credit Limited. This is a microfinance company, but also another company called Sycamore Consult Limited. This is a training and consulting company. So my background is in finance, and for the past 24 years, I have worked for a government entity called the Public-Private Partnership Commission. So here I was working in infrastructure development because we were mandated as an institution to develop infrastructure using private sector resources. And I have been in this institution for 24 years, but I retired. I went for early voluntary retirement in June this year to work full-time on the two businesses that I founded, Sycamore Consult Limited and Sycamore Credit Limited.
All right, thank you
I am
very much.
also a mother.
Oh,
I am
that's very
also,
important.
yeah, I'm also a mother of 3 kids, 1 girl and 2 boys. And obviously, I am married to their dad, Harold Mwala.
Absolutely important. Absolutely important to say that because children, they are everything. So we cannot forget to say that. All right. Now you say you went on a voluntary pension. Can you tell us something about pension? Because of course we are talking of Malawi. There are some Malawi outside probably who want to hear about the pension plan, the scheme, and the benefit that is available in their country. How does it work?
Yeah, so actually, pension is one thing that I deal with every day because we have one of our modules that we train under the training and consulting company is retirement planning. So we really teach people how to plan for your retirement. But in terms of the pension, in Malawi, we have the Pensions Act of 2010, which provides that when you retire, you're going to be entitled to 40% of your against what you currently have, and then the remaining 60% will be given to you as annual annuities every month. So essentially, we are on the type of pension where at first we used to have the guarantee where the employer was guaranteeing you a specific amount, but at the moment we are on a contributory pension scheme where you take the risk of investment. So you don't really know what you're going to get until the end because it all depends on the risk. Essentially in Malawi, most people when they retire, they end up getting about 20% of what they used to get as annuity. That's the amount that they receive every month. If they choose to commute, they are 20%, they are 40%. If they don't commute, usually they'll be getting maybe about 30%. But as you can appreciate, it's far less than what one would want because that's what only 30% of what you used to receive as a salary. The pension environment is a little bit difficult because we don't have any other additional benefits apart from the annuities that you'll be getting and the money that you got, the 20%, the 40%, which sometimes tends to be a problem when people access it. They end up investing it in things which they thought was going to bring them profits. In the end, they just lose it all and they are completely cut off money because they don't have any other source besides the small annuities that will be coming every month.
All right. From your experience, from your client, of course, you have been working in this sector for a very long time, so you understand definitely how the people live with this pension. Do you think at the end of the day, what they get from their pension benefits is able to sustain their life, or are there other means for their survival? Of course, when they can no longer work anymore, when they are in pension.
Not many people. Most people, actually, I should say, most people that are working in Malawi, the majority are just a salary away from being cash strapped. The reality is that a number of people have made a couple of investments in real estate, but then the amount of money that comes every month is nowhere near enough to sustain their lifestyle. So it works while they are working because they have an income, they have another way of survival, and that income just comes as a top up. But the moment they leave working, you suddenly discover that yes, we may be asset rich, but in terms of the cash flow, it's not enough. And that's a big problem that we try to teach under the training that we do on retirement planning for people to understand the issues of creating cash flow generating activities that will keep them going. So the reality is that most people would really struggle. They do struggle actually.
And I want to believe that maybe in part of your training, part of your re-education program, you also sort of involving something like complementary pension so that people sort of build up income for themselves so that when they go on pension, instead of depending on only the part that is coming from the government. In fact, I'm very happy that even there in Malawi, you have something that is working. In some other places, it's not even there at all. The pension sometimes is eaten by some individual in the name of corruption. No? That the money that was supposed to be given to the people, it is not given to them. Somebody will just use the money and do for himself, instead of giving it to the people that have been working for all their life. So I don't know if you can explain this part to me. It's important.
Yeah, certainly. We teach people how to plan for their pension using alternative sources of pension planning besides what they're doing. So one of them is the pension itself. And hearing what you're saying, that in other countries, people don't get their pension, I must be very grateful that here in Malawi, we do get our pension. So one of the ways we teach people to plan is to augment what they would have received if it wasn't, if they didn't do anything, what they would have received was going to be less. So we teach people how to augment their voluntary pension contributions so that they have more money the time they are retiring. But then we also teach the people to create additional ways or parallel ways of retiring to create income. So we give them the different investment policies that they can make in insurance policies, other alternative pension policies besides the mandatory one. We also teach people the other investments into real estate and investing on the stock exchange, but also investing in other monetary instruments like treasury bills, treasury bonds, and to also create other activities that can help them to create income, which are into different entrepreneurship ventures, which they can do, and different saving instruments. So we do have a variety of options which people can use to create income. Actually, our training comprises of experts in pension, but also in the stock exchange, as well as the insurance industry and entrepreneurship, who bring together a lot of wealth of experience to teach people. And by the time someone is done with our training, they know the A to Z. In fact, they know more than the A to Z of pension. But also the other thing about the pension training is also about mindset change, because what we teach people is not the ordinary way of just handling the pension, but we also emphasize on mindset change and the wealth creation. So we emphasize on the opportunities to actually retire and be wealthy, compared to the normal teaching where you expected that when you retire, it's just a sunset time. You just have to use the little money that you have and say goodbye to this world.